Let's go. Welcome back to Nonstop XP. You could call me Nix. And in today's video, we are going to be doing things a little bit different. We have a guest, Jeremy.
Yo.
And so we are going to be checking out this video that kind of went crazy viral recently about a dad finding out something kind of strange about his daughter. Anyway, let's get into it.
So I've kind of joked about it before starting an OnlyFans, but it's also not what you think.
Bro, look at his face, man. Yo, he is in pain. Yo, he is in pain, bro. He is like thinking, oh my god, I've failed as a parent. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
First thought is, I should have pulled out many years ago.
I should have used a condom. Man.
Either. I also feel like I have assets that I could capitalize on. And a lot of people are...
I think for any young lady to call her private parts assets is dehumanizing. Right? This is like, all jokes aside, like we were joking at the beginning, but all jokes aside, I think it's dehumanizing to refer to your body parts as assets. You know, that's fucking gross when you think about it.
Yeah, my thoughts on it is that is basically just prostitution with technicality.
Yeah, prostitution with extra steps, basically. And we live in a world now where people say, oh, you shouldn't shame sex workers and blah blah blah. And I think that is what got us to here. Because I don't know these people, I don't know what their lives are like, but she looks well taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And for your daughter to suddenly decide that she wants to go sell herself, her assets, you know, to make more money, is just sad, right? So this is one of the things that I think is wrong with our society now, is that we've gotten to this point where it's like, we should not shame people for doing shameful things. It is shameful to be a prostitute. It is shameful to be on OnlyFans. This is why a lot of those girls are ostracized from their families. Their families don't want them at Christmas. We don't want you at Easter. We don't want you at Thanksgiving. You know, like, we just don't want you around because the neighbor has been beaten off to you furiously for the past 6 days. How do we know? Because we keep hearing him shouting your name. It's crazy.
Every time someone sees their parents, and probably will be like, "Yo, I know your daughter.
Yeah.
Seen on this one specific site. I just can't put my finger on it."
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for the family. But let's continue with the clip.
Gonna feel like this is like because I don't respect myself.
You don't respect yourself.
I do want to make clear is that this is because I respect myself.
So this is really my fault.
I hate this type of backwards logic where it's like, look, I'm not doing drugs because I don't understand the dangers of drugs. I understand the dangers of drugs. I'm doing it because I understand the dangers. It's like, what? That's stupid.
Social experiment.
It's a what?
Social experiment. She's social experiment. I mean,
bro. I think it's such a crazy way to think. It's like, no, you don't respect yourself. If you did, you will see that this is a degrading act. It's embarrassing for you and your family. Just because a small number of society is telling you that, no, it's okay, and it's empowering for you to, you know, go ahead and sell your body online, doesn't mean it's true. A lot of these OnlyFans girls, there's so many videos. You can pull this up anywhere online. I'm talking to you, the viewer. You can pull this up on YouTube anytime you want. There's a lot of OnlyFans girls and P-Star and P-Hub girls who came out with very revealing stories about the industry and the lives they lead afterwards, which is filled with people not having no respect for them. Their families don't want to be around them. It's just a very sad and depressing life afterwards, after all the glamour and fame fades. You know what I mean?
if midlife reach 35 and all that age around there,
Yeah.
and then the children
Oh
see
man.
these videos, see past videos of them online, and people bring it up to them in school and stuff like
Yep.
that. Is
Yep. Imagine going to school and you can't say shit to anybody. Anybody you try to trash talk anyone, oh yeah, well I seen your mom's tool yesterday for $2. It's like, yo,
yeah.
that is crazy, bro. Like, and I know later on in this, I'm not gonna play the entire podcast, but later on in this, the daughter says that she wants to go into it in a like a modeling route. But if you want to be a model, go try to be a model. Don't pretend that OnlyFans is about you modeling. It's always going to start off as that, and then what happens is you're not going to get as much engagement. The people commenting on your stuff are going to be requesting more. You know, it's encouraged for you to show more and do more freaky shit on that site. So you're no longer really a model. You're a piece of meat selling yourself. That's the reality of what OnlyFans is. Sure, there's a very small number of girls who go on there and they don't show anything sexual, but I think a lot of them already had a successful social media page beforehand, and then they went on there as like a troll type of thing. I think that's the only way it works, you know?
Nah, I think OnlyFans or people that just do it and don't like show full body explicit nudes and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
I think the reason why they do it is because they realize that it have a group of vulnerable, specifically males,
Yeah.
that would follow and buy their stuff, and they're not they're aroused by the littlest thing basically. So they're aroused by a two-piece or lingerie, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, because let's not pretend that the site isn't for arousing like the opposite sex, sometimes the same sex too, but arousing people in general. That's the whole point of the site. The point of the site is to sexually arouse individuals, customers, viewers, whatever you want to call them. You know, we should call them customers because they're paying to see what you have going on. You know, but let me play the rest of this.
Because I failed to become a billionaire
Absolutely. Your fault. Absolutely.
before you became an adult. If I'd been a billionaire, you'd be like,
yep,
there's no point.
You didn't realize that your child was gonna be just like money hungry and business
Oh,
drawn.
She said it, bro.
Go get your bag so that your daughter doesn't have to.
That is fucking sad. I know they tried to play that off as a joke too, but there's a lot of truth to that joke. You know, I think, and then again, even if he was rich, because of the current times we live in, you know, she might even still end up in the situation that she's in.
I mean, he probably has decent money, yeah, but I think she's just doing it for the attention.
Yeah, I think it's attention, just attention-seeking behavior. I think where he has failed, because he started talking about, I saw it on Abba and Preacher's video, I watched the entire video. He started talking about how he wants to protect her and blah 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 and all of these things, but I think he just beat around the bush so much because he's on fucking camera. I think that's the main thing. Like, one of the main things while watching that video, I got the sense, like a vibe, that he wants to tell her no, but because he knows he's on camera, he's on this podcast. The name of the podcast is called Daughters Issues, so I think the whole idea of him just shooting it down, in his head, he already knows it's probably gonna yield a lot of negative attention and like from, you know, all the men haters of the world, you know. So he kind of go ahead.
Those feminists, if he says no on our podcast, those feminists are gonna rage in those comment sections.
Yeah, they'll probably cancel him.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, you're controlling her. She's not your property. You know, he probably wants to sleep with his daughter, and they would say stuff like that, right? I know that's kind of wild, but no, they will say stuff like that, you know. So, well, if in this scenario, obviously, but to me, it's like, here's the thing: my daughter comes to me with something like that, even if I'm on camera or not, I don't fucking care. No, honey, no. You know why I think you think this is a good idea? Because you haven't seen the bad side of it. So here's what. After this podcast, let's go onto the internet and let's do some research into the bad side of OnlyFans models and sex workers. Let's go look at that. And then you tell me if you still want to do it. You know, I think we gotta be realistic about life decisions, because that is a life decision. You're going to be putting yourself out there in a very vulnerable way for the world to see you as naked as you were born.
Yep. I'd say is e-hoeing, right?
Yeah. E-thottery.
Yeah, basically. I mean,
Right.
they try to defend it and make it like if it's not prostitution, but it definitely is.
And she tries to like talk it up too. She tries to make it seem like it's like a lot more extravagant than it is. And I'm like, nah, you know, you just sound, in my opinion, you sound ignorant, very, very inexperienced, very naive as well. And it kind of makes me wonder, who is like whispering this is a good idea in your ear? You know, who in your life, which one of your friends are trying to convince you that OnlyFans is a good idea? Because that person probably isn't your friend. That person probably just wants the worst for you, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah. I'd say it's probably social media also, like seeing a lot of things on social media and thinking it's cool and because it's a trend, let's do it type of thing.
True.
Like,
True.
like,
Like the sheer amount of money some of these OnlyFans girls make too is kind of crazy. So I can't understand the temptation. It's like you're seeing these chicks, they show a little bit of tits, a little bit of ass, and they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars. And a lot of girls, they go on there and they think that's gonna be the life, that the experience they have as well. But a ton of them go on there, they don't make any money. They've degraded themselves for basically no profit. They take down the page, but those things are up there forever. Screenshots exist. Screen records exist. You know, so these dudes are archiving, you know, your nudes, especially people that know you. I'm sure every guy that isn't related to her that saw this video when it went viral is just there patiently waiting. They're like, yes. Yeah. And this includes some of her dad's friends.
Yeah, drop the OF handle, please.
yeah. What's the source, bro? What's the source? What's the link? Shit is sad, man. What would be your reaction though? Like, let's say your daughter came up to you and she's like, Dad, I know you taught me about respecting myself, you know, but fuck all that. I want to go on OnlyFans.
Firstly, since it's not like a live podcast and a pre-recorded one, I'd probably never post it. Probably try to have a conversation about it, and I really explain to her why not to do something that stupid.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I don't know, man. I've been talking to you for a while. And I feel like this is one of those, like, I'm on YouTube, I should give a filtered answer. Hey, speak your mind, nigga. Like, to tell me the truth. What, like?
I would disown her. I would disown her. I mean, to be fair, like, is I don't want two things. I don't understand where I'm coming from with the points, or you gotta be really idiotic and stupid and then go the other route. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, she is a big woman.
True. True.
She is
an adult, yeah, but you know, to me it's like you can be an adult, you know, elsewhere too. Like, you don't have to be an adult here. If you want to ignore my advice and you have no respect for yourself, me, or your family, then yeah, go be an adult somewhere else. You know, and I'm just not gonna talk about you anymore. Because I think that's unacceptable. To just ignore everything that we've taught you about principles and values and you wanna put pieces of paper, literal pieces of paper, in front of that, and expect me to be okay with it? Nah, fuck out of here, man. Like, for a huge chunk of the beginning of that podcast too, when she was talking about how she knows he would understand and him and her have a good different relationship, and blah blah blah, compared to other people, you could kind of hear there's a level of manipulation in the way she speaks. You know, she's like priming him for him to try and be okay with it. You know, like when a kid goes to their parents and they really want like a PS5 or something, they start talking in this way. It's like they start talking in this way that's almost like it's like manipulative, you know. And I kind of got that. I wouldn't call that gaslighting, but yeah. I think technically that is gaslighting. But yeah, whatever it is. But anyway, this was a good video. It was a bit short, but we did make a conversation out of it. That's what matters. If y'all agreed with what we said today, like and subscribe. If you disagree and you think your daughter should be able to go ahead and do this type of stuff, then that's a you problem, honestly.
This one?
What?
This owner?
This man, so besides that, everyone else have a great fucking day. Later.